Picture this. The world had paused to watch Selena Gomez, one of the most adored stars on the planet, walk down the aisle in an intimate, sun-drenched ceremony at the Rosewood Inn of the Anasazi. Fans and paparazzi alike hung on her every move, until a whisper morphed into a rumor claiming that Selena's own mother, Mandy Teefey, had been snubbed on her daughter's biggest day. Headlines splashed the accusation across tabloid sites, stirring a frenzy that threatened to eclipse the genuine love and joy of the celebration. But in a single, decisive Instagram comment, Mandy swept away the speculation, proving that sometimes the simplest truth is the most powerful defense against sensationalism. As the white wedding limo pulled up under the vast New Mexican sky, Selena emerged in a gown that seemed to glow from the inside out. Smiles abounded among the small circle of family she'd invited, brothers, grandparents, and closest childhood friends who'd cheered her on long before the bright lights of Hollywood. Mandy Teefey, the former child actor-turned-producer who'd supported Selena through every triumph and setback, was beaming. Laughter bubbled up as she smoothed a stray lock of hair on her daughter's shoulder, her eyes shining with pride at the sight of this young woman she'd guided into stardom, now stepping into a new chapter as a wife. By the next morning, Mandy's own social feed radiated that same delight. Under a sun-filtered photo of Selena and her new husband, Blanco, hugging amid adobe walls and desert blooms, Mandy wrote, "What a perfect celebration for the most kick-ass couple I know." 5 words: warm, unguarded, and utterly free of drama. There was no trace of bitterness, only a mother's candid admiration for the love her daughter had found. In a world where every syllable is scrutinized, Mandy's straightforward tribute spoke louder than any tabloid's rumor mill ever could. Yet even as the Instagram hearts climbed into the thousands, one detail caught everyone's attention. The person who walked Selena down the aisle wasn't her mother, but her grandfather, David Cornett. Guests sniffled and photographers captured the moment in slow motion as Selena linked arms with the man who'd quietly watched her grow up. The sight was undeniably stirring. So stirring, in fact, that it fueled endless questions. Had Mandy been bumped off the honor? Was there an unspoken rift in the family? Within hours, a gossip site published an article suggesting that Mandy felt hurt or overlooked by the decision. The claim spread like wildfire, with snarky commentators suggesting everything from jealous tensions to deep-seated bitterness. Instead of letting the chatter fester, Mandy herself hopped into the comment thread beneath the article, typing a curt, crystal-clear response. "This is ludicrous." No hashtags, no evasive emojis, just one powerful word that cut through the cacophony and set the record straight. The real story behind that choice, Selena later revealed on the Table Manners podcast, is one of heartfelt intention. "I wanted a special dance with my papa," she explained, her voice soft with affection. "He never got to walk my mom down the aisle because, awesome for her, she eloped to Vegas." Back in the day, Mandy had surprised everyone by marrying Selena's father in a spontaneous Las Vegas ceremony, an adventurous choice that left her own dad without that traditional moment. Selena, wanting to honor that missed opportunity, invited her grandfather to escort her, gifting him a heartfelt, father-daughter moment that had been absent for decades. Across social media, fans cheered this thoughtful gesture as proof that the family's bond was stronger than any tabloid rumor. "Nobody who's raised a daughter as sweet and thoughtful as Selena would feel anything but happy," wrote one supporter, echoing the vast majority who dismissed the snub story as baseless clickbait. Others chimed in, rolling their eyes at the drama. "People always want to make drama face with rolling eyes," one user quipped, while another pointed out, "Who cares? That's a normal part of any wedding." The chorus of genuine goodwill soon drowned out the handful of trolls sprouting negativity, transforming the comments section into a chorus of defense for both mother and daughter. To truly grasp why the grandfather's walk carried such weight, it helps to know the backstory. In the early 90s, when Mandy eloped in Vegas, her own father, David, missed out on the father of the bride moment that so many cherish. Fast forward to Selena's wedding day, and that blank spot in family lore was finally filled. David, who'd weathered ups and downs with grace, was given center stage. Proof that sometimes the rituals we think are set in stone can be reshaped into something deeply personal and healing. The ceremony itself was a study in understated elegance. On July 16, 2023, just 50 or so guests gathered under a high desert sky, its palette of muted terracotta and sage green perfectly framing the couple's vows. There was no marching band, no red carpet fanfare. Instead, acoustic guitars played soft music, handwritten vows were exchanged beneath a simple arch of wildflowers, and laughter mingled with the hush of the New Mexican breeze. Even Selena's longtime friend and producer Blanco appeared relaxed, dressed in a classic black suit that let the moment speak louder than any fashion statement. In that intimate atmosphere, the absence of cameras and crowds only fueled the tabloid engines. Photos that didn't feature Mandy at the altar were seized upon by outlets hungry for drama, while private moments shared on Instagram by the family were dismissed as staged or incomplete. But the real story, the hugs, the tears, the genuine pride in Mandy's eyes, played out away from glaring spotlights, a reminder that celebrity does not negate the human need for privacy and authentic connection. Looking back, the wedding taught a few key lessons. First, never take tabloid headlines at face value. Sensationalism thrives on half-truths, and a single missing photo can spark a rumor that grows beyond control. Second, sometimes the simplest rebuttal is the most effective. Mandy's unvarnished, "This is ludicrous," shut down months of speculation in 5 characters and a pair of punctuation marks. And finally, family rituals, no matter how conventional or unconventional, carry emotional weight that only those who live the stories can truly understand. In the end, Selena Gomez and Blanco's wedding wasn't defined by any rumor, comfortable tradition, or editorial spin. It was defined by love between a bride and her partner, a daughter and her mother, and a granddaughter and her grandfather. The moment Selena walked toward the man she vowed to cherish, flanked by her proud family, illustrated a simple truth. Real-life moments don't need to fit a mold to resonate. They only need to be honest. And for Selena and her mother, honesty was more than enough to quash the gossip and remind the world that sometimes a family's bond is immune to tabloid drama.